And I love Taz. Just a scowl from Taz.
Oh, the look.
Yeah.
He has it. I mean, the guy has an incredible look, and all he has to do is stare at you, and
Yeah.
whoop your ass.
But you know what? I do love how creative they tied in your being there from '96. Obviously, ECW was never when people think about, oh, everybody should know all the storylines that happen, globally or world. WWE is a global force. But a lot of us true wrestling fans obviously knew about your history, and I love the fact that they tied that into what you said.
You know what? ECW was a really big show. I would say it was a big cult.
Yeah, it was a cult following. Great way to put it.
But they had a loyal following.
Yeah. Oh, man. But I tell you what, working with Taz and having you be the head of the SmackDown Army, wouldn't you rather just had the weekend off instead of having to go to New York for that pay-per-view? Because, man, that was a rowdy bunch that night, wasn't it?
It was, man. The fans were going crazy. I'm glad I went because, seeing the fans that passionate, ECW fans, it was really cool to see. And I just wanted to be there because it was in New York City, and I wanted to see how it would pan out.
Dude, it was so much fun. JBL was a heat magnet that night from the balcony. I'll never forget it. So listen, the main event of that SmackDown is a battle royal where the winner gets to choose their dream match. You defeat Ray, Eddie, and Booker to choose your dream match, and you ask for a singles match against Sharmell.
Yes, I did.
You did. You can't get enough of this. WWE Creative in 2005 was interesting to say the least, wasn't it, pal?
Very interesting, man. Booking me in a match with Sharmell. I mean, what the hell?
So here's what the Observer had to say. SmackDown the next week in Edmonton. Booker was mad at Sharmell wrestling, so Teddy Long made it a handicap match. Angle cut a promo on Taz and showed the 1996 appearance of Angle at the ECW show where Heyman brought him out to trick him into unknowingly putting over Taz. Angle asked Taz to join him in shutting down ECW. Angle beat Booker and Sharmell. After a terrible-looking ref bump, Angle hit Booker twice with a chair and pulled Sharmell into the ring and pinned her. Booker chased Angle off with a chair. Teddy Long then announced Booker versus Kurt Angle for next week, provided neither man would be drafted. But, man, looking at you pinning Sharmell, man, that's a huge win for you in your heralded career, is it not, Kurt? Big-time win.
It's one of my biggest wins.
Yeah, I mean, one of your top 10.
Yeah, it was a WrestleMania main event.
Top 10. This is added to Kurt's top 10, the ever-growing top 10. Oh, man. But, hey, when the WWE draft happens, dude, everyone gets nervous, don't they?
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the reason I get nervous is because a lot don't get drafted, okay, for one. And so, you got to handle rejection, which kind of sucks. But also, there are 7 or 8 guys that could be picked in the first round. And only 2 can get picked in the first round because it's Raw and SmackDown.
Sure.
Then you have the second round. Then you have the third round. And these athletes that are expected to be in the first round, they start thinking, man, I'm going lower rounds. I'm going in the second. I'm going in the third. It's kind of depressing. I'm now the 4th round draft pick, and I could have been first. So I think that, it does hurt egos in the company doing the drafts because only 2 are going to be the first round draft pick.
Yeah, and it just the company has always just seemed to keep everyone in the dark. I mean,
they do because you know what? There's always leaks. I remember when I was in a production meeting and Vince McMahon said, "Listen, if this gets out, I'm firing somebody." And 10 minutes later, it got out. So they were really, really sharp about making sure things stayed under the hood.
Yeah, no. And leaks always happen. It's just the nature of wrestling. Someone blabs, someone's the insider, but they do try to, I mean, and it used to be where even if there were couples, there was no guarantee couples would stay together on the same show. Now they're more cognizant of it. You'll typically see wrestling couples stay together, but it was.
Keep wrestlers happy.
You better. There you go.